I'm sorry, my English is not very good, but getting better.
All right, let's get started.
Question number 1.
Well, I'm going to read the first question. When you first began hearing about coronavirus, did it panic you? What were your initial thoughts and feelings?
I actually really didn't panic at all.
I remember thinking people are overreacting.
When I first hear it, it was in China, in Wuhan.
Looking back on it, I think that's a really stupid way to look at it.
You came into my country. I live in Chile, and this is so far away. And I thought it ain't going to get here.
Oh, it's going to be fine. Even if it does get here, we'll find a cure.
I don't panic at all. But when I saw videos from China from those days, February, and
I started to see we're going to have to shut the pubs and the restaurants. And I was like, all right, okay.
they seemed very concerned. There was no people in the streets, and that was amazing.
Oh, this is real. This actually, this is real. And
I never thought that many people would die from it. The whole world would pretty much go into lockdown. It was just, I didn't expect it.
So then I started to panic, I'd say. I very quickly moved home with my mum and dad.
I thought, wow, that would never happen in my country, but here I am, lockdown.
At what point did you begin to realize how serious the coronavirus was becoming?
Well, I think I became to realize that it was serious when it arrives to my country.
It was when I came home after all that, and after I kind of saw how dead it was outside and that people were taking it incredibly seriously.
It was the first case, I think. I think it was the 3rd of March. And I think this is going to just get real.
My manager came up to me and he said that asthmatics are high risk to the virus, and that's me and him.
And then things started coming up on the news about other countries, and I was like, is that going to happen to us?
I was very afraid of older people because I hear about people who are going to die, and it's not going to be simple.
And he said that he was going to go home and self-isolate for 8 weeks, and told me that I should do the same. But honestly, I was more worried about the lack of money there. Sick pay is awful. I was more worried about how to pay rent, to be honest. So I declined.
Where were you when you heard that lockdown was being enforced, and what was your immediate reaction?
I was in my house, and well, in my city, Santiago.
Yeah, so I was on the night shift at the pub, and the supervisor played the government message on the big screen.
I remember I was playing a board game online with my friends over Zoom. And I think one of them said, oh, there's an announcement, and left, and kind of came back and told us all.
I think my immediate reaction was I messaged my housemates because I was freaking out, about all the panic buys and stuff that were happening around that time. And I told them to do a big shop because, we're going to go on lockdown.
My mum and dad were in the other room, and they were watching the announcement. And originally I was like, oh, well, here we are. We're exactly where everybody else is. It's happened to us.
I was basically freaking out about supplies.
What did you do? Where did you go? What and who did you think of?
My worry went to my nana and granddad.
Well, I have my grandma's house, in my parents' house, so I have to live moving between those two houses.
I was kind of really stressed about not being able to see a lot of people that I would regularly see.
My mum always brings them stuff, brings them food, sees them all the time. And I was like, well, that can't happen now.
I hug a lot my family. We have so much physical contact, and now it's dangerous. It was sad at the beginning.
I was stressed, like especially close friends and some family that live in other cities. Really worried about that.
For my birthday, I remember I said I want a hug. I have a lockdown for 2 weeks and I don't have the virus. So I hugged my grandmother and I hugged my mother.
My mother's auntie was in hospital at the time, and that was like, oh, well, now we can't visit her. We can't go and see her.
I still haven't seen them. It's 3 months on now, I think.
Since then I don't hug her. But that day my father gets the virus, so it was kind of sad. Maybe I explain a lot, I'm sorry.